fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. All right, welcome back to Wind Tunnel TV. Tonight we got the Texas 200 in the East Coast Web Printers Gen 6 series. Love the Gen 6 car. Can't wait to see what they're going to be able to do here at this track at Texas. Two distinct corners. I'm Dean Doucette. He's Baron the Bosco. Baron, a little Texas action.
Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, all of you, and we really appreciate you joining us this year. Guys coming, so all of you little kids, be good. Make sure you eat your cookies and drink your Jack Daniels because you want something nice for Christmas. And I'm talking about 5'8", blonde, perfect C grade. Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. But yeah, we're in Texas, Dean, and this is a great old track here. This Gen 6 car is a real fast machine, and this track has two very distinct corners on it, and we're really looking forward to seeing what these guys have for us here at Texas tonight.
Yeah, we certainly are. I mean, Reiner's been on a bit of a tear as of late. He swept Road America. He won on Oval this season as well. And he looks like he's fastest during warm-up right now. So, I mean, is he the man to beat here tonight, Baron?
Well, it certainly feels like he's going to be a contender tonight, Dean. He's slowly getting his hands wrapped around this machine, and it's translating in wins and good finishes. So he's going to be a contender tonight. But there's other strong contenders in the field. Paul K. Travis is out here tonight. DJ Bartell is going to have something to say. Darren Bruce in the field along with some others. So we got some strong competition tonight here in Texas.
Yeah, we get some good storylines here, right? Like Jason Jackson unofficially leading the points here. That's awesome to see. We'll see if he can hang on to it. He's got Warden second, Leal third, Williams, Ripka, Rincon, Travis, Kane, Hunt, and Greg Ratliff in your top 10. I mean, this is a good story brewing here.
It's a very good story, and look, this season, they call it the winter season, but these guys take it very seriously. So you'll see them practicing, and guys will be testing the fuel mileage and practicing pit stops. I mean, there's no let up in their get up. So the good show to be had tonight.
Absolutely. Look at that, Michael Fleming. I love this car, the Mac Power Tools machine, I believe. Love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good looking machine. Take a look in here on Bernie on pit road here in the 8 machine. So he's not displayed for us tonight, but he's the only one with a holiday theme, Dean. I can't believe it. We need some Christmas.
We can't quite get a look in there. He's gone to the trailer momentarily. You got to watch him, Baron. He might be doing some tinkering, some illegal tinkering on the vehicle down there.
No, it is Christmas, and he's looking for his lump of coal instead of his gifts at the end of the day. So, keep an eye on Bernie. Bernie will be fine tonight.
Yeah, Bernie's a lot like Santa Claus. He's more of a giver than a receiver.
I love it. So, the Texas giveth and the Texas gave it away, right? New tracks for these guys in the Gen 6. What do you expect out of it?
Yeah, the Gen 6 here, I expect it to get loose here this evening. So a little something, a little different. I mean, I'm not sure if it was, if these cars were getting tight or loose. I'm searching my memory banks here, Baron. I'm not sure. But it seems to me like they're getting a little loose. So what's going to be interesting here is we got a fuel mileage situation. And some guys are going to have to stretch it, maybe 2, maybe 3 laps per run. We got other guys out here said, I'm not doing that. We're going to see them come in around lap 40 and go with the 2-stop strategy. And I love it, right? I love the difference. I want to see this. I want to see who can win, who can outthink who.
Well, the smartest driver isn't always the fastest one here, Dean. Can we do it on 2 stops against 1? What do you think?
Well, it's usually 3 can beat 2, 2 can't beat 1. But what I can tell you is if you've got to save those extra 3 laps. It depends on how much they have to slow down to do that. If it's a great deal, if it's for a long period of time over a run, then yes, the 2 stopper can beat the 1 stopper. So a lot of things, a lot of questions out here, they're all going to be answered as everybody grids up and gets ready to go racing. Let's get
Great
into
looking
tonight's
field.
starting lineup
Yep.
right now here, Baron. We got Claus Williams out front. He's got a time of 29.842. So the 16 grabbing the pole. Great job by Claus. Jason Spear on the outside of row number 1. It's Bernard Person with that Christmas vehicle starting third with Greg Ratliff on the outside of row 2. It's Paul K. Travis and Jason Brantley in row 3. Row 4 will feature Darren Brooks and T.J. Rogers. Jason Martin will start 9th with James A. Bear in 10th. You got Ripka and Jackson in 11th and 12th. A little further back, it's T.J. Bartell, Michael Fleming, Ward, Leal, Hunt, Gilly, Musial, Sheffield, Reiner, Williams, Rincone, and George Dibble, followed by, I believe, or we already got Williams, so that is a 24-car field.
Solid field tonight. Mr. Dibble bringing up the back end. George, one of our key admins here at the RGR Racing Series, starting shotgun in the field. He'll be up there, Dean.
Yeah, absolutely. The fries always come last. And I don't mean in the race, I mean they come. It's not quite what I wanted to say, Baron.
Well, I eat them right along with my burger. Yep. Big fan of that machine, that Dibble machine there in the 94, sponsoring my favorite fast food joint, Dean.
It's always good to start. It's better to start last in the field than be in the first row of the seats.
That's true. 100% true. Any day on the track is better than one off of it.
Green flag, green flag.
Here we go. Green flag down on the way. Claus Williams and Jason Spear will lead them down into turn number 1.
These cars taking a minute to get spun up to speed. Turn 1's a little tricky on cold tires. We'll see some guys get a little loose in here and get those tires heated up. When they get to turn 3, boy, they're going to war hoop that sucker right through it.
Yeah, these guys are really going at it here. Down on the low side, Person trying to make a move under his teammate Jason Spear. You got Paul K. Travis right behind Person. On the outside, looks like Greg Ratliff trying to make some moves as well. So that high line not looking too bad here in the early portions.
It's a really unique line there through 1 and 2 for the high line. You got all this room up there,
3
and you're
wide.
hoping for that big run.
Bruce, Travis, and others. There were 3 wide. Looks like Greg Ratliff drove right around a couple of them on the outside.
That'd be a hell of a run, too.
I mean, they are pushing this thing early. Person sets the best lap, a 30.12.
Well, Dean, do you have to get all you get here now, or do you have to take care of the tires?
Yes.
Got it.
I mean, oh no!
Uh-oh.
And it's Jason Martin wrecking. Big wreck. Bartell's involved.
Rachel Hunt's in there.
Oh boy.
Jason Martin.
Musial done. Martin done. Bartell done. With the new model too, they will tell you you are done. You will not see these cars back on the track. That didn't look like fun.
No, that Wind Tunnel TV logo on the back not helping him at all here with Mr. Martin.
Let's go quarter speed here, off the corner. Everything looks fine. A little wiggle from the 31, and the 5 comes down a little bit too to follow the 15. Contact, loose. It's on from there. Oh, and TJ run right in the back end of him there. He comes back and grabs Rachel.
Yep. Thought maybe he thought he'd get through there. That's unfortunate.
I don't know if you're allowed to grab if you're allowed to grab the ladies like that.
It's a big hit. Now he's got to buy her dinner.
So a lot of guys coming in, some not. We're only on lap 5. I think I was like only 2 under green, really. So Ripka leads a group onto pit road here.
And we're seeing tires go on these machines. Jeff Ward getting tires here now. Interesting. Dean, too early for tires? You like the move?
Well, I
Don't
mean,
like
if you have the tires, it's really something you should do here at Texas. It does eat them up. I mean, fuel's the big concern here. When we talk about a fuel mileage race, these guys just took those extra laps they were going to save. They're done with that now. They're good to go. That flips the strategy on its head. Some guy's going to be quite upset over that. So Person took the lead through all of that. And you know why? Because he's got the Snoopy crew on the hood there. He's bringing the Christmas cheer.
The Penis Gang is here, folks, and thank God somebody brought them. Boy, Merry Christmas, all of you. And, if you got your Charlie Brown Christmas tree behind you right now, go give that a wink, because Bernard Person is bringing a holiday cheer to all of us.
Trying to see if we can get Jason Spear a little closer here to Person, and we'll see that little bit of snow and a Christmas tree there on the back. Are you feeling it, Barrett? Are you feeling in the Christmas spirit?
I am ready, Dean. I got my gifts bought. I got my trip booked to go see my family. This is going to be, and we're going to Colorado, so we're going to have a white Christmas. It's going to be awesome.
Well, I hope you have a great Christmas and a great holiday. That goes to all of our viewers out there. We certainly could use a little good cheer in our lives.
Or in our cup.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
I'm officially on vacation at 10:30 or 11 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh boy, watch out, people! Yeah. Been saving up for this one.
I got a 4.5 hour drive. I got a 4.5 hour drive back home, so I'll start the drinking once I get home.
That sounds like an appropriate idea. I like it.
Yeah.
Safety first, people.
That's right. Take it from me. Your safety, your safety, Aaron. For the holiday season.
Oh no, you're not training people on safety, are you?
Hashtag never did it before and won't do it again. There's my public service announcement.
All right, ready to go back. Green flag racing. Pace car off the track. Person and Williams, Spear and Bruce, Ratliff and Travis up front.
Green.
Whoa, a good start there by the 8 machine. He looked a little loose there, but he found it. They're a little scattered behind him. Getting it sorted out rather quickly. Up front, Bruce is coming through. He is behind Spear now, so really effectively, Spear 1, 2, 3 right now. Claus Williams, who started on the pole, has slipped to 4th. It's Ratliff in 5th, Travis in 6th. Abear and Jackson top 8, but how about these guys who pitted? You got Reiner, Ripka, Rincon, and they're going to be coming. I mean, like I said, they don't have to save fuel or anything, and their tires are going to be a little bit better.
Yeah, that 14 machine already up 12 spots on the field. He's just got tires. He's looking to improve on that, Dean. With Jason Jackson, our points leader, right in front of him.
Yeah, that's the, I'm sorry, which car? Oh, we got a yellow. Big wreck back here.
More calamity.
That's Fleming there involved. The Toad Man looks wrecked. Jason Brantley involved.
Those are reindeer games, Dean.
These are reindeer games, and I think people have been into that cup a little bit, looking for the cheer. Oh, some massive net code, and
yep.
Hey, you're almost around. Why don't I finish you off? Type of thing there.
Put them in the blender.
Always with the drinks, Barrett.
I got a one-track mind, Dean.
Well, this changes things yet again. Who comes in this time? Early on. We're not used to this here at RGR. 2 early cautions here, Baron.
Well, everybody else probably show up now.
Bear in, Rincon in. You got Sheffield back here with Devil, Rogers, the Toad Man, Fleming, and Brantley. And Brantley's crab walking, folks. That's not a
He's dog
normal
walking.
driving car there.
That is not going to bode well for the corner exit.
But it is a nice paint. East Coast Web
Yep.
Printers. Love you guys. Thanks for sponsoring this series. Go check out them for all your printer needs. Massive industrial printers, other printers. Go check out East Coast Web Printers. Person still leading this thing. And doesn't Santa always lead the reindeer?
Santa's behind the reindeer, but it's Rudolph that's
Kind
out
of,
front.
yeah. I'm glad you're here to correct me.
I'm here to help.
Thought maybe Santa was pulling the sleigh. I'm getting confused, Baron. I'm getting old.
I'm here. I'm just here to help.
All right, thank you, sir.
I'm just here, holding the football so Linus can miss it again.
I can't tell if you're a real voice or another one in my head, Baron.
Well, it depends on what you're doing. Like, if you're fucking up, then I'm the one who's like, yeah, go ahead, have the next drink.
Whoa.
I am that guy. We can't drop F-bombs here.
It's not advised. It's frowned upon.
Got it.
So, Bruce and Williams in row 2 behind Person and Spear. We got some big movers like Reiner is already up 13. Ricky Williams up 10. George Rincon up 10. Now, those are going to be mostly just from people pitting or choosing not to pit. This is interesting, though. We've already got everybody on different pit strategies. There's TJ Rogers trying to sneak off a pit road.
That just makes for good racing, dude.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I mean, your heart has to go out to the initial people like Hunt, Martin, Musial, Bartel, the Toad Man, already out of this race. I mean, they got to be sick about it.
Well, Hunt was in the top 10, and she's got some work cut out for her now.
No doubt about that. I don't think she can even get back in. Like I said, they give you a message now, Baron. You're done. There's no fixing your car. You're just done.
We go. Back in the hall.
This is the new update, the new model. Here we go. Back to Green Flag Racing. Person and Spear. Bruce and Williams.
Green, green, green.
Santa takes off. Bruce trying to follow him on through. Will Bruce be able to get underneath the 83 Jason Spear? He does. Looks like he's going to make that pass. Here comes Claus Williams. Claus, he had some speed early. Looks like Spear's going to hold him off.
Front. Yeah, you said Santa's out front. He's got gifts to deliver, Dean.
He does so. All kinds of presents there. Oh, looked like Greg Ratliff there, right in the middle. Reiner thinking about going underneath, but Travis was on top. That could have been ugly.
Guys trying to get every bit they can.
Not sure what's going on with the car track combo, but boys are a little racy early in the stages here tonight.
A lot of wiggling going on.
See, Ward's moved up the track. He's trying a bit of a funky line up there. And people should pay note, because if Ward's trying something, he's probably found something.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing to follow Jeff Ward through the field, right?
Well, it's not, but it's not seemingly working for him right now. He stays behind Bryce Reiner, or loses a spot to him even. So everybody lined up. There's your points leader on the outside, Jason Jackson, currently in 10th position. Around a couple of fast race cars, A-Bear and George Leal right there. Up front, things still heating up. Bruce stalking Person, Spear right there. Williams and Travis right in the mix as well.
Notice the tail here, Dean. They ain't getting away from anybody, are they?
They're not. It's very hard to get away at Texas. I don't know why. You think it would be easy with especially corner 1 and 2 here to kind of make hay and get away, but these cars suck back up. I've learned to not try. Just go out there, run your race, let them hang in. About 20 laps into the run, you can start to make some difference.
And you said it before too, Dean. There'll be different pit strategies at play here. But for speed, it looks like it's really hard to make a pass and to complete a pass here, right?
Yeah, I think you're going to have to use that high line, right? And you're going to have to do what I talk about, and that's shock them. Like right here, if Bruce would just zing it on the outside and kind of shock Person where he had no exit, so you would have to stay on the bottom, it might work. It's a little early in the run for it, though.
Yeah, it's lap 17 of 125. Sitting on 2 cautions already in the RGR series here at the ECWP Texas 200. Merry Christmas, all of you.
Yeah, big shout out to everybody. I want everybody to do their best to enjoy these holidays, and I forbid political talk at the Christmas table.
Every time somebody brings up something political, you drink.
That's it. Automatic drink, even to the children.
Yep.
So if you don't want to abuse your children and make them drink, then there'll be none of that.
They have to be old enough to drink, right?
Not in my games.
Well, there you go.
It's a special kind of Christmas at the DZ household.
Yeah. Friends Christmas it is.
There's Travis, there's Greg Ratliff and Bryce Reiner. Reiner up 14 spots in the number 14, and he has been hot. He's the man to watch.
Yep. Flying is the word.
Leal pushing underneath the Ripka, a little tight on exit. Ripka not giving him any extra room to work with there. Leal trying to get it done again, and a little better through that corner there. I think he's going to have enough here where he should be able to get it done in 1 this time by.
Game of inches here, isn't it, Dean? Give some, take some.
It really is, and it's a matter of 2 different corners. We talk about it all the time. If you can't complete this pass in 1 coming out of 2, you're probably going to be stuck for another lap, and that's what it looks like we're going to have happen here again. Leal trying his best to get that run, and no, he does there. He completes it in 3 and 4, so great job by George Leal.
Moves on up there, clears himself.
Back up front, Person still leading, Bruce chasing.
But Bernie likes this, doesn't he? He jumps out to an early lead and gets out there and tries to hang on to it. It's worked out for him, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I like that from him. I think you have to be who you are, and Bernie's a hard race car driver. He's not about to sit there and just milk his stuff or anything because it's not what he does. He's not good at it, right? Stick to what you're good at. What he's good at is going fast, Baron.
Leading laps is an indicator, isn't it? So Bernie up front, Peanuts gang on the hood, can't beat it.
You really can't. And I'm going to have to watch a little Peanuts here at Christmas yet again, Baron. Is it a yes or a no for you?
Absolutely. It's required reading during the holidays.
See Fleming and Rogers side by side. A couple of newcomers in the series. Well, Rogers, one of the originals, I guess, back in the day, but he returns. Behind him, Rincon blows the corner, it looked like, goes way up high. And Ricky Williams bringing out the Camel machine tonight. I love that car.
That's some old school stuff right there, Dean. You can't
Yeah.
even put cigarettes on a race car anymore.
Well, that's true, isn't it?
Yep.
Back up front. Still Bernard Person. He seems to be getting away just a little bit. So he is not being slowed down. Now the big question is, can you last to lap 63? I'm not so sure any of these guys at the front can.
Time will tell. We're at lap 25, 125. So now it's 26. I stand corrected. Long way from pit stops, though. They're going to get there.
Let's hop on board with Paul K. Travis here and have a look, see what he's dealing with.
A lot of traffic is what he's dealing with.
He does have traffic, and you see him. He's doing what you suggest. He's getting some clean air on that nose.
Looks like he's trying for a pass here coming out of 4. Got a nose. Nope, not enough.
I like that. It's a pretty late exit, which is exactly what you should have here at Texas. Looks like all the guys up front kind of got it nailed down here, Baron. What you see out of 2 is you'll see a lot of guys come out of it too early, and you start pushing towards that wall. It's awful hard on those tires.
Yeah, it beats them up pretty good. So, yep.
Up front, looks like Bruce starting to think about getting up here and perhaps challenging for the race lead. You see the back straightaway there, the stands, those have been closed down in real life, and so they are here on iRacing as well. No fans on the backstretch anymore.
Well, why not, Dean? It used to be a great party area.
Yeah, I don't know if the party days are done or, it's just the changing times of how many people are going to the track. It might be as popular as it once was, but not at the track. People got their tablets and their phones and their whatnots, what did Coach Belichick call it? The My Face? People on My Face all the time.
Snapbook in My Face, yeah.
Battle brewing for third as Williams has gotten underneath the Jason Spear here. This thing's starting to heat up a little bit. Toadman bringing that machine in. That looks like that might be a retirement.
That is a pretty banged up race car.
Lots of fresh air.
Yeah, not overheating, not that one.
So Williams still working on Spear here. This battle, tough. But he's going to clear him, so put Claus Williams back to third now. Remember, he started on the point. He could have been like sandbagging a little bit here, trying to keep those tires underneath him.
Better not sandbag too much. You'll start sacrificing spots.
Well, I've liked what I've seen from Claus. I like what I've seen from Paul K. And Jason Spear, too. These 3 cars right here, they seemingly have found their comfort levels again, and they've all shown good speed here in this series.
So this is a big adjustment going from the trucks to these Gen 6 cars, isn't it?
Well, I think so, and I think what you're finding with the Gen 6 is a real randomness to the setups, right? One week you're tight, one week you're loose. It's really hard to just figure it out. You've got to practice each and every track because everything is so random, seemingly.
Well, they are good-looking cars. I love the shape. You get a lot of good sponsorship opportunities on these things. This is before the current machine we have out there with NASCAR, so we'll throw back to what NASCAR was once upon a time.
Absolutely. There's a look at Greg Ratliff trying to make a move on Paul K. Travis. Right behind him, Reiner trapped by this 2-car battle. Paul K. way up the track. See if he can get a big run and hold his spot. He should.
That is a massive run. If you did that on purpose, great job.
Fight continues, and this will wear your stuff out. So this battle for 5th place, and you can already see the group starting to walk away a little bit. Paul K slips on through, though. Great job by him. He'll move up to 5th. Here comes George Leal. So George Leal slides down to the bottom. Nope, he gets back in line. It's Ratliff making a move here on Paul K. So all of a sudden, Paul K made a move. Now he's fading back.
Yeah, he's going to sacrifice 1, maybe 2 spots here, Dean.
Yeah, it's kind of the ebb and flows here at Texas Motor Speedway. Barron, I think you're like me in the fact that you'll never find me off the bottom. I'm touching that white line each and every lap.
Fastest way around every track is always on the bottom. So if we can get down there and keep it down there, you're typically going to fare pretty well. But sometimes you got to move up top, Dean, to make a pass. And we saw Paul K do that and make the pass, but he had to get it back up.
Up front, still Person, Bruce, Williams, and Spear. These 4 are doing a nice job. Claus Williams around 3 brothers there. I'm not sure, We might be getting a little scared if I'm the 16.
So Bernie been leading this thing virtually wire from wire to wire so far, but can they get around him, Dean, or are they just hanging out?
Yeah, I think Bernie's got it figured out. Anytime you got a bit of a loose race car, Bernie's going to be one of the favorites. There's no doubt about that. Battle starting to heat up for second here. Looks like Williams underneath of Bruce. So Bruce moves up to the high side, whether he intended to or not. Check out on old YouTube land here. Edward Kane out there, rooting on the GDR drivers. Love me some Edward Kane, another sponsor we got around here. He does a lot of great work for the RGR Nation. We applaud you, sir. A little tip of the cap.
Yeah, good to have the sponsors. Without them, we don't have this.
That is a fact. Person, Bruce, Williams, and Spear. Greg Ratliff has moved his way back to 5th position now. Here comes George Leal. He's worked his way through this group. Reiner now starting to make a move as he works underneath of Paul K. Travis, and that's Jeff Ward trying to come with him. Early on now, lap 41. Now anybody still thinking 2 stops, man, they got to get in here in the next couple of laps.
This is an interesting battle right here. Reiner's been the class of the field. He's up 13 spots. But here comes Jeff Ward from the back of the field. And he looks like he's going to take that position from the 14, Dean, 2 of the faster cars on the track.
Well, the one thing we've seen from Ward in practice is he was practicing this higher line, and I think it was really about this situation. I got good race cars around me. How do I pass them? Well, you pass them on the high side. So Ward, you can see, he's squeezing it down there a little bit, but look at that run right there. He's to the gas first, and he beats the 14 to the punch.
Put it where they ain't, right, Dean?
And that cost Reiner 2 spots instead of 1. You're exactly right. Put it where they ain't, and learn how to do it. That's the difference. You can't just do it. You got to practice it, and that's what Ward has done. Ward now works on Travis, so he scoots on through. Abear with trying to fight him off. Nothing he can do about it. Reiner behind these guys has to regroup. A little further back, you got Ripka back here. Sheffield in the mix. Points leader Jason Jackson. And TJ Rogers, we're still waiting for TJ Rogers. We've seen him, I think, in his debut night. He got out there and led a few, but got wrecked, or was in a wreck. And now we're going to see, what does he have on the long run?
Well, hopefully some love seeing TJ up there in that Louisville machine.
Absolutely. Darren
Irish
Bruce
in
now fighting back.
Indiana. Yep, the Irish in Indiana University tomorrow night, Dean. Who you got?
I mean, I like me some Indiana coach. Now, don't quote me on that because I've only seen a couple of things, but I think he's hilariously aggressive, and so I'm rooting for Indiana.
All right, well, go Irish.
Okay. I mean, I like the Irish too. I mean, I don't know. I don't have a dog in the fight, Baron.
You're a Lions fan. That's all you know right now.
That's all I can talk about right now.
Yeah, attaboy.
Almonrock can list off every receiver who was drafted before him. I could probably list off every defensive player who's on the injured reserve list.
Yeah, that's painful.
Very painful. Ward, Leal, and Abear fighting, thinking about 3 wide. Abear looking for a hole that ain't there. These guys are really battling back here. Let's hop on board with Reiner.
Ooh, big run here. Can you do anything with it? No, you had to check up.
Well, that's the problem with all this traffic is how many times has he had to check up? He's on the outside of Abear. Abear washing just a little bit. Everything looks fine. He'll get a run here, but he's got Abear underneath him. Nowhere to go. And contact! Right Abear pushes up. A little rub between him and Reiner. Reiner finally gets clear. Lap 48 of 125 here in the ECWP Texas 200. Now, Baron, you been to Texas Motor Speedway?
The old configuration.
Well, we're thinking about food up here in the booth, Baron. What kind of food we got down there at Texas Motor Speedway?
Dude, beef. Get the beef. Get the ribs, get the steaks. You're in the best part of the country for all that.
You get some pulled pork and all of that?
Hell yeah, all of it. Brisket, butt, the whole thing.
I like it. Sounds great. I need some. That's what I want for Christmas, people. I want some of this great barbecued meat sent my way.
Our Texas friends be able to help us out, Dean. Wind Tunnel TV does not discriminate when it comes to food.
No, sir. Still waiting for my Mama June's steak. Magic Relish.
Well, so who's getting that for you?
I have no comment at this time.
Uh-oh.
Let's just say he's got is more bark than bite.
Is that Mr. Newton falling short on his commitments to Wind Tunnel TV?
Like I said, no comment at this time. Jeff Ward looking like, and I like him when I'm seeing Baron. When we try and go back on board here, I know he's going to get in a battle here momentarily, but I like he's taking a little different angles than others. See here? I mean, this might be a pass opportunity, but he seems to be doing this in both corners. A little, like he enters medium, but he stays there a little longer than most before he cuts down.
Using the draft to his advantage. He might get a nose here, Dean.
Yeah, he's going to get a nose under Greg Ratliff. So Ward and Ratliff will go side by side down in 3 and 4.
Beautiful pass.
Yeah, I mean, he was given lots of room there. Ward going to easily get on by. So now he sets his sight on the top 4 drivers. That's Person. Williams has worked his way back up to second. Bruce has slipped back to third. Spear in fourth, and there's Ward along with Ratliff. Leal also trying to hang on, and Reiner. At the back of that group, you got James A. Bear. A. Bear's been fighting, but man, he just can't seem to win the wars out here.
Yeah, the battles come and go, but you're right. The war is the big goal, and right now, Abear on the back end, he's only up one spot from the starting position. What's time to regroup, get some tires, and try it again.
There's Paul K. in 10th. Sheffield back in 11th, along with Ripka and Jackson. Rogers back in 14th. You got Michael Fleming, Ricky Williams, George Rincon, George Dibble, and Jason Brantley is just taken to pit road here. So Brantley's still, dog walking, I guess you would say, instead of crab walking.
Is that early or is he? Never mind.
That was live there, and he had already, we seen him earlier on pit road. I mean, the crew's doing a nice job of fixing that. A lot of times now, like I said, you get a certain amount of damage, they just tell you you're done.
Nice battle here with Claus Williams.
Great battling here. Williams, Brutes, and Ward. Ward continues his march. He's in with the tough crowd here and side-by-side action, but he don't care. He's trying to push Williams on through so he can clear himself in front of Bruce. Bruce trying to hold that spot. Way up the track goes Ward. And he's going to make that work.
Yep.
I mean, I think Spear was up there too. We'll see if Spear learns something. Bruce falling here. So Bruce on the bottom. Spear's going to go around, and Bruce says, just give me somewhere to come back in line. Interesting, Baron. People moving up the track here at Texas a little bit to get it done. I'm not used to seeing that.
Big run by Spear.
Spear got a run. Ward down on the inside. The ever dangerous Jeff Ward has worked his way back from 15th up to 3rd. You got a little help from a couple of early wrecks, but this is mostly driver here. Jason Spear comes underneath. How about that? The 83 fighting back.
That might be a little defense turned into offense there. What do you think? Still under pressure from Darren Bruce there.
And I mean, Jason's so good here at Texas. He's showing that he just needs a little bit of luck in here with a little bit of aggression as he starts to work back on Ward. I love this from the 83. We're approaching the halfway mark. Dibble hits pit road a little early. So guys be looking to complete lap 62 or lap 63 would be better.
Starting to close in on pits.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Even with the cautions, Baron, the gas is starting to run out here on the guys. So, depending on who it is and how they're driving, guys can come in anywhere from now to maybe lap 65, 66. That would be pretty ideal. Ward with a big move on the outside. Holy cow! I mean, he just drove straight around the 8. Jeff Ward out front.
New leader.
That was impressive, Baron.
Yeah, it was.
There's some speed up there in that second lane through 3 and 4, and Ward just showed it.
I see some other guys up there, too, trying to reproduce what the 89 did, but can they do it, Dean? Look, there's Bernie's up there now.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, they're going to have to learn it first, right? Ward practiced it. I watched him practice it. So that's the difference, I believe. I'm not saying other guys haven't, but it just looked like it was intentional. It's something that, good race cars drivers do, Baron. Even when they're alone on the track, they'll run low line, they'll run high line, middle line. Try and figure out what the car can do.
Paul K up there trying to do that, and Jason Jackson underneath him.
Yeah, just not working the same way. So we have approached the halfway mark here in the ECWP Texas 200.
Now,
Ward
Dean,
now
here's what I
leading.
would. Sorry. Here's what I would do if I was Bernie. I'd pit right now. I'd catch Ward off guard and pit.
The problem with Bernie is we had 2 cautions in the first run. His fuel mileage, he burns fuel. He's got a leaky gas tank, Baron. So
Well,
that thing is not great fuel mileage. So he's going to go till he's dry. There's no way
well,
he's coming in early.
that's too bad. Got to get a car chief on that leaky fuel tank thing.
He's got to get one on it. There's no doubt. There's some shenanigans down on pit road. It's hard to tell what's going on.
Foolery?
Tomfoolery, the whole thing. So Reiner working one more time on Greg Ratliff. These two done battle a few times. Claus Williams trying to do something on the high side with Spear. I mean, it seems like guys get past, but they don't fall out of the group, Baron.
Right.
But Ward starting to steam away from a collective here. He's not part of the Borg. Man, oh, and Person slowing down. He heard you. He's coming in. So Person's. Oh, and there's Calamity. Oh boy.
Was that?
Ratliff.
Is it Darren Bruce?
Ratliff and Bruce come together, I believe. Let's get a look at it. So Bruce up ahead, gonna go on to pit road here. Or no, Person does. Oh, and they check up. When Person comes in, they check up. Reiner runs into both of them, and it's on from there. Wow, what a turn of events. We stay
Got
green
damage
flag
on those
racing.
cars. Yeah, got damage on those cars too.
So there's Person. And Ward still on the track. Claus Williams now in second with Spear third, Leal fourth, Abear in fifth. Some guys have pitted. Well, that was tragedy, unexpected tragedy there.
Yeah, it looked like it was just, he checked up for the pitting car, and then everybody just didn't see it coming.
Yeah, very interesting there. I mean, Texas, if you want a good pit stop, you're staying up on the track. If guys are not aware that you're coming in, that can happen. So Spear in second. There's Leal, Reiner, and Abear in the top 5 right now.
Any damage on the Reiner machine? I mean, he had a fast car, and I gotta tell you, I really like the look of that machine too.
I mean, maybe we can find Abear here.
A rear view from Leal.
It doesn't look like the back is anything's going on.
Yeah,
The front
look at
a
it,
little scraped up here. No major damage though, but we see some other smoke in our peripheral down on pit road. So guys coming in. Our leader, Ward, is in. Spear, Abear. Greg Ratliff still on pit road. Rincon down there. So that turns it over. Now George Leal and Bryce Reiner out here. So interesting. Reiner, now the leader, he pitted there and he comes out with a massive lead. I mean, I'm not understanding what's going on right here. Or has he pitted? Let's check our board. No, Reiner has not pitted yet. So Bryce Reiner out here, he was part of that little bump, and that was because of pit road, but not on pit road.
Fresh tires here, passing him on the outside, right?
Yeah, and there comes Reiner. So Reiner does come in here. Looks like a smooth entrance for him. That turns it over to Ripka. Actually, he comes in as well. TJ Rogers takes the lead.
Sponsored by the University of Louisville. Famous quarterback
Absolutely.
came from there, Dean. Who is it?
Whew. Louisville quarterback. I don't
Currently
know.
in the league.
I do not know, sir.
Plays for the Baltimore Ravens.
Who's her backup? Lamar Jackson? Okay.
Yeah, Lamar came from Louisville, yep.
So Rogers leading. There's Person. 2 seconds behind is Jeff Ward. Claus Williams right there. There's Spear. Yeah, Jason Jackson. Now he's come up kind of roses through this. He's made up a spot or two. Looking solid. That's our points leader. You got Leal behind him with Bear and Reiner. So things getting spread out here. Looks like everybody can make it. Let's check these pit laps again. You know, lap 65 for Person. That could be a struggle for him, but 69, 67, 69, 70. I mean, all of those guys should be good to go here.
Well, the bed is made. They're lying in it now, Dean, and trying to bring this sucker home.
Well, they are, and that's where TJ Rogers is. He currently has a 22-second lead. He's trying to stay out as long as possible, begging for a caution. If one would come out, he'd have everybody from 8th place down. Well, make it 9th now as Bear goes by, but he'd have them a lap down. There goes Reiner getting his lap back.
Paul K. next in line.
Yeah, Paul K coming underneath now. So they're absolutely flying by comparison. Person still have maintaining this lead on Ward. Ward being calculated, I'm sure. He's a late run kind of guy, and Person an early run kind of guy. So we watch these margins. Person has got to try to either save the tire or maintain or increase this gap. Currently 1.8 seconds at the line.
I like what Bernie did here. That early pit stop got a gap, and now they get it to what?
TJ Rogers gives up the lead, hits pit road, and says, maybe I should tow.
Big hit. That was a big hit.
I'm thinking eggnog might be involved.
A little extra holiday cheer for that cost.
Absolutely. So Person assumes the lead. Warden second, maintaining this gap right around the same. Like 185 right now. There's Claus, Spears, so it's getting a little spread out now. Pit stops will do that to you. Green flag stops. Now you got Jason Jackson currently in 6th, and he's trying to hold off these hard chargers. Bear and Reiner. Got to be careful here. This could heat up in a hurry. And there you go. Bear making the move. Reiner going to follow him right on through. So Jackson, gives it up there. And, he's got to. He's a points leader. He's got to be smart out here. Reiner now comes underneath Bear. So Reiner looks like a man on a mission here. And that's because he's got a lot of track to try and make up.
Yeah, he does. A little bit of a hiccup there in that incident, but he looks like he's fasting.
Definitely fast. There's no doubt about that. Bear has also got speed, though. I mean, we've seen this from Bear lately. Just got to get him to finish these things out. He's going to get a win one of these days. I just know it. Up front, Person, and he's being stalked here by Michael Fleming in that Mac machine. And Fleming is a lap down, but he's looking to get his lap back here, Baron.
Bernie can't mess with him too long. Not too far behind him is Jeff Ward.
Yeah, Ward is closing. There's no doubt about that. Or is at least maintaining, and we know how good he'll be. I mean, we're coming down to 44 laps to go. All kinds of time for Ward to make his move. You see Person coming out of the corner late. I like that. Fleming come out a little earlier. That'll grind up those tires, Baron.
It does. It shreds them, right? The more wheel you put into these machines, the worse they really grind on those front tires. It's really not an ideal situation, but you almost have to, Dean, if you're in a passing situation.
Well, that's the thing. You got to use it sporadically, and you got to make it work quick so you don't grind them up. Ward closing in now, only a second behind, so he's made up 8 or 9 tenths here. You got to wonder if Fleming is bothering Person in some fashion.
Well, and Bernie may be using him as a pick back there for the 89 machine when he gets there. One more car, he's got to pass, right?
Yeah, definitely could be. I mean, Fleming's doing nothing wrong. I want to be clear about that. But some cars, they get bothered when the car's behind them. I know I do. Fleming looks high that time. He's looking to get a run. Fleming wants to get going. He wants to stay on that lead lap. He could actually open it up for Ward here if he gets more aggressive.
That's not going to do it. Too high in that turn.
Going to get a heck of a run off the corner, though. That's kind of the line Ward was running at one point. You get this massive run off the corner. And there, he peeks to the inside. This is great timing for Ward, terrible timing for Person. Person says, no, sir.
I can do this, too.
So that, it might be his advantage. He held him off. He did what he had to do. Now, can Fleming hold off Ward, or does he even try? You see
nice
Claus Williams at
here.
the back, too. Claus having a great night in third. Seemingly all alone in third right now. Nothing to lose. He hopes the guys in front of him, get to racing.
Yeah, he's right in a big old pocket right now, Dean. I know you like that. Claus would like to be a little closer to these leaders.
I got my hand in my pocket right now.
Searching for some butterscotch candy.
Absolutely.
Without the wrapper. That's just nasty.
Leal and Spear here battling for fourth place. These two have had nice nights here, sitting in the top 5. They got about a second and a half on Reiner. Reiner's got A-Bear a little further back. That was the Toad Man still out there. I'm surprised. With the way iRacing will retire your car now with the damage, some of these guys have returned to the track as George Dibble absolutely blows the corner there or is moving over for someone.
Oops. Maybe it was Werther's. You seem like a Werther's guy.
Ugh. Double chocolate.
Oh, okay, yeah, very good.
Dark chocolate. I like the dark chocolate.
A little Jameson.
Sure, absolutely.
Yum.
Bailey's in the morning.
Hell yeah. Can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning.
Gotta. It's Christmas.
That's right.
So Ward and Person renew their battle. Ward has gotten around Michael Fleming, and now he's got his sights set on our race leader. Bernard Person, pole sitter, the one with the Christmas spirit. He's got Snoopy on the hood, for God's sakes. He's trying to bring it home. Ward so strong at this stage of the race, Baron. What can Bernard Person do here?
Well, everything he can. Here comes the kitchen sink, right? You got to throw it at him.
You got all the KG vet moves. Can't give him the bottom. Can't give him the high side. Can't give him nothing, Baron.
I think we're going to need a Christmas miracle here, though.
We might need one. You know, Ward is thinking, hey, what about me? I didn't bring coal or anything. I got presents. I
I
think I
was a
see
good
a
boy.
poinsettia in the passenger seat there.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
You like a good poinsettia?
I do. I do.
I once had an apartment
Mistletoe.
with over 250 poinsettia plants in it. It's quite a
In an
scene.
apartment?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was the whole apartment, every room. They were everywhere, Baron. We were selling them to make money for the hockey team. It was quite a
Oh.
mess.
I was like, all right. So you did something good. And what was his name? You got flowers?
No comment about that one. Leal and Spear still battling here. I love this. Both these drivers drive similarly, right? They're very patient. They save their stuff. And now we're going to see who, mano a mano here, Baron. Who's got more?
Well, right now the person in front does, but trying to change that, aren't we?
Absolutely. Spear continuing to work on him. He looks racy. He looks good. And he looks like he's keeping a little bit of clean air on that front end. I know you love that.
I do. It gives that car that extra bit of turn that you need to stay out in front and make that other guy work just a little bit harder than he wants to.
Well, while that's going on, Ward is caught back up here, so the 89 inching his way closer. I mean, I'm impressed with Person. We've seen Person do this and fade quicker and harder. He's not fading like that here tonight, Baron.
No, he's got a good rhythm going, Dean, and I think he's up to the task.
Definitely looks like he is up for it. Ward sizing him up from behind. He's got a bit of a run. He closes into about 2 car lengths. He's looking to get a run here. I don't think he's going. Well, he come out of that corner early, so he put the gas down on that one. He did get a run. Right to the back he goes. He's looking to do the same move a second time. Person's seen it before and says, not this time.
Great battle going on here by two amazing drivers.
This is a good one, no doubt about it. You see there, he gives up the entry, but he looks for the run. The 89 with a surge. Look at this drive off the corner. Person's got to defend. Ward wanted high. Person took it away from him.
Big nose, big run here. Bernie's really got to do something to come back, plant it right on that left rear. That right rear,
And he has. He's held him at the line. It's still Person. What a run he got on that high side, Baron.
This is going to have to be tit for tat here, Dean. Has he got enough speed on that high side? Ooh, Jeff Ward, big center run here.
Yeah, we seen a check up from the 8. The 8 checked up hard in the center of the corner. Jeff Ward to the front.
Great pass. That was great race.
Yep, that's good old-fashioned, hard, clean racing there. Absolutely love it. Jeff Ward, your race leader. Person in second. Williams comfortably in third. Leal still fighting Spear for fourth. Reiner and Abear going at it. Abear comes underneath. This is a battle for sixth position.
Reiner pulling a little Jeff Ward move there, isn't he?
Yeah, I think Reiner's been searching tonight. He looked fast at times, but, it's one of those races, Baron, where it seems like he just can't get the right position. He's always in a battle. And when you're always in a battle, you're using your stuff up. Good hard
Big guy.
battle. Reiner does complete it, so move Reiner to 6th. Bear in 7th. There's Jason Jackson. He's in 8th, trying to maintain that points lead. Paul K. Travis sitting in 9th. Ripka in 10th. It's Williams, Greg Ratliff, Rincon, Fleming, and Sheffield in 15th. I think Bruce has slipped to 16th. So that incident when they were coming towards pit road really hurt Bruce and probably someone else as well. A lonely feeling back there.
That it is. Been there, done that.
Person trying to hang with Ward. 25 laps remaining in this East Coast Web Printers Gen 6 series here from Texas for 200 miles. George Dibble brings the fries in. He's looking for us, Baron. Are you ready?
Bring the Frosty. Oh, wait, that's Wendy's. Bring the milkshake.
Oh, that was sacrilege there with the Frosty.
My bad.
We don't put
pounder with cheese, fries,
we don't put spoons in the drink, Baron.
No, well, this is true, unless you're mixing something.
Tiny little spoons.
Kind of going back to the alcohol thing. You're right, I am one track.
You're thinking about triple sec, aren't you?
I'm thinking about anything that's got alcohol in it. I got an issue, Gene.
Yeah. We've got some counselors coming in to Wind Tunnel TV. Don't you worry.
I'm definitely going to need the help. Yes, definitely.
Gonna have to get you to sign something.
A waiver.
Look at Reiner and A-Bear. A-Bear come back on him again. This is what I'm talking about with Reiner or A-Bear. They can't get away from each other. They passed each other. Oh, and Reiner in the wall! Trying to hang on. Kenny, that's some good wheelman stuff there. He kept it off the walls. He's not happy, though. He's down on the apron. Is he going to get back in this thing, or... Reiner thinking about whether to come through the corner or to pit. He's going to pit. Reiner might have seen enough tonight.
22 to go, boy.
I mean, no time to quit with 22 to go, but he might have had enough. A-Bear, the winner of that battle.
Lead lap driver, Reiner. Oh, that's too bad.
Good news for Jackson. Again, points leader. He's maintaining here in 7th. It's kind of what you have to do. If you don't have it, Baron, you got to get yourself these top 10s and top 5s somehow.
Absolutely, and he is doing just that tonight.
I mean, Sheffield behind him there is a lap down. I don't know if we've ever said that. Sheffield a little off tonight.
Yeah, it seems like he's just, on the struggle bus early on and hasn't been able to recover.
Yeah, different cars, different things come up, and some handle it, some don't. We know he's deadly in the Xfinity machine, but here tonight, Ward hanging on, actually opening up a lead here over Person. Person slipped 1.3 behind. Claus Williams slowly inching into the picture from 3rd. How about that? What a night. Claus Williams looked very good tonight.
Solid effort. Started on the pole here right now in 3rd. Great effort by Claus.
I'm not mistaken, that's where the parents are, Baron. Spring Hill, Florida.
Nice. Where my parents were.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
There's Leal and Spear. They're still sort of battling. Spear's backed off just a little bit here. We'll see if he tries to make a run at it here with 18 laps remaining. There's A-Bear, Jackson, Paul K. Travis sitting in 8th, Ripka, and how about Ricky Williams in the Camel machine now in the top 10.
Attaboy, Ricky. Give him the heater.
Trying to hold off Greg Ratliff. Ratliff right behind him.
Great battles all over the track, Dean. Texas does not disappoint.
So these two battling. Spear now in traffic with Fleming in the middle of him and Leal. He moves over. That's a class move there. So you boys want to fight? You go ahead. I'll stand back and watch.
Jason Spear and his top 5 machine right there.
Yeah, and he's been hanging with Leal this whole run. I keep waiting to see if one's going to separate from the other. Not really happening. Claus Williams continues to try to catch Person, but he's 2.3 seconds behind him.
Might be a tall order with 16 to go.
Yeah, it's definitely a tall order, but at least he could hold off Leal. Leal's about 1.5 seconds behind him and Spear both. So things could heat up. Up front, Ward pulling away. He's opened up a 2.2 second lead.
.2 seconds. A hell of a drive by Mr. Ward.
Yeah, it's definitely a Class A effort here. You can see how he planned out his runs. He does not go hard early, and he waits, and then he punishes you on the long run. Spear is starting to edge up. Let's get a look from the in-car camera of Jason Spear. Picture there from the 83 machine. That's a rare picture of him with his neighbor.
Well, how about that?
It's a little inside joke there. I'm sure it's not, and I apologize if that's not too insensitive.
His neighbor.
Let's just say back in the day, they warned us not to be peeping.
Right. Just in case, right?
Yeah. Don't want to be one of
Never
those
know what's going to
toms.
show up on a broadcast.
That's right. There's the 89. Jeff Ward, your race leader. Absolutely separating himself at this point. Doing a whale of a job. Leal and Spear, the big race out on the track. They come up on, looks like Reiner. That could be Paul K. I'm not sure. I think that's Reiner up there, and Reiner lets him go. That's a class move. We've seen Reiner come down pit road. He come back out on the track. I love that. I thought he was going to retire. Not a big fan of that, even though I do it on occasion. And really happy to see Reiner get out here and finish this thing.
So 11 laps, 10 laps to go here, Dean.
10 to
Well,
go.
early incidences, it's been green all the way through.
It has, and those early incidents eliminated a few cars, which probably precludes us from having a late race accident. So I think what you see is what you get here. And this probably going to be the main battle here. Leal and Spear. I mean, we do say here at RGR, anything can and usually does happen. So stay tuned. We're liable to flip this thing on its head with 5 to go.
We've seen it before, haven't we? Where quick caution happens and we got everybody bundled back up together and then calamity.
Too many times, Baron. Too many times.
They get them all wrapped up like a Christmas gift, and then all of a sudden, the wheels fall off. Eh?
I was standing there among some strange-looking people for a minute.
And T-shirts, and it's December.
Yeah, they're a little different down in Texas.
Well, they are. Yeah, that's true.
No shortage of alcohol either.
Nope, that'll warm you up.
Spear continuing to battle. 9 to go for Ward. He's still leading. He's got almost a 3-second lead over Person. Williams in third, but he has been caught. Well, how about this? How about Leal and Spear are running down Claus Williams? So this thing, not only is that fight heating up, Leal and Spear, but they're going to put Williams under heat.
A little bit of a run here. No, Spear just looking, making him nervous. I like that.
I think he got a little loose maybe there, but nothing to be concerned about. Williams has got to be feeling this pressure here. What's he going to do, Baron? 7 to go. You can't move over. You got to run your race. He's given the bottom up.
Wide. Yep, got to make it wide.
So Leal stuck behind him. This is going to bring Spear right up to him. It's going to be a three-way battle. Leal looks higher than high. Williams playing the middle there a little bit. Going to hop on board with Jason Spear again and get a look at this. There's the battle right in front of us. Leal trying to peek underneath and get a run. Can he get the drive off the corner? He does. He'll go side by side. Ooh. Williams trying to hold him off.
He's there, Dean.
He is there. Can he complete it, though? Williams with the big run on the high side. Going to hold him off. Here comes Spear. This thing is heating up. My goodness.
5 to go.
5 to go. Leal low, Williams high. Spear lurking, thinking I can go even lower. A little contact maybe as he tries to shove Leal on through. Still, Williams holding him. What a run by Claus Williams trying to hold off George Leal.
Look at the run Spear gets here.
Spear just lurking, going, where do I have to go? Leal powers down that time. He gets clear. He clears himself. Any crossover? No. So George Leal up to third late in this race. Spear now right there.
Gotta run. Gotta run underneath here, Dean.
He's got it. He's got the line. Claus Williams doing everything he can to try and save one last spot. Spear cuts the grass almost.
I'd like to see him use more track here. He's got to keep that speed up. That momentum's not going to come back to him.
No, and that stalled him out a little bit. That gives Williams a chance here on the high side to get himself clear. Not able to do it, though. Spear's still there. He's pushing up a little bit. Both of them had to check up slightly. Leal walks away. The fight remains. Ward coming down to 1 to go here momentarily. It'll be a little more than a moment, probably. Spear and Williams side by side, battling for 4th position.
This is a killer battle right here.
Great job by both guys, racing clean here and hard. Williams sends it in. He is going to maintain that spot. Great job by Claus Williams. Up front, Jeff Ward has taken the white flag. He's going down through 1 and 2. It's been Jeff Ward's night. Person led most of the laps, but Ward come on late in each run and ends up with a 4-second gap. The 89 of Jeff Ward, winner here in the ECWP Texas 200.
What an amazing run, Dean. Starting deep in the field.
Definitely deep. And oh no, we have Spear. He is out of gas. Jason Spear is slow on the track. He has got to be out of gas. He is hemorrhaging spots. Oh, Nelly. The 83. How could it happen?
Oh, that sucks.
A slow crawl. He can't. He can barely make it, and he's going to come home in 11th position.
That was a walk of shame right there.
Oh, and right behind him, Ward slips in. He is going to do some burnouts. Brings that Lexington machine back to victory lane again. What a run by Jeff Ward.
That was an amazing run. Look, he started deep in the field, walked it all the way to the front, avoided the calamity. Great win. You got to be happy with that one. If you're with Jeff Ward, right? If you're a Jeff Ward fan, great run.
Great run, no doubt about it. Let's bring this down for a minute. I don't want to block off his burnout here as he walks the dog out towards the wall. A great win, great burnout by Jeff Ward. Let's check in on our race results. Ward, Person, Leo Williams, Bear gets the top five. Jackson with a big points night to try and maintain the lead. Ripka, Travis, Ricky Williams, and Greg Ratliff in your top 10. Some others who had some unfortunate incidents. We've seen Reiner hit the wall there. Gilly, Bruce, Devil, others had a few problems. Jason Martin, TJ Bartel. So, some good fortune, some bad fortune. Kind of like, making the list and checking it twice, all that stuff, Baron. You got naughty and nice on there.
That's true. And the naughty ones unfortunately didn't get to finish this event, and then the nice ones, well, that belongs to Jeff Ward tonight. So special something in his stocking this evening.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and take a short commercial break. We'll come back. We'll get some race interviews in. All right, back here at Texas Motor Speedway, where Jeff Ward dominated late in the race. I mean, he was just tough late, wasn't he, Baron?
Absolutely dominant, and got around Bernard Person for the lead and never looked back. Team.
All right, let's get into some race interviews as we bring in third place finisher George Leal. George, congratulations on third. A very quiet third place here tonight.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I had to make up for my mistake in qualifying.
And so, what happened during qualifying, George?
It was my fault. I was second lap, hot lap, and right when I went to make my entry into turn one, like the track lights changed, and the inside of my car got real dark, and it just messed my concentration up for just a second, and it was toast.
Well, damn, I know exactly what you're talking about, by the way. Mine lights up. I got a white interior, and it can shock you. There's no doubt, throw your concentration off. Speaking of concentration, how about late there? You're racing with Spear. Then you come up on Claus Williams. Some good, hard racing late in this thing.
Yeah, it was good. Those guys are real good, clean racers. I was fortunate to have a little bit fresher tires and a little bit more gas on the run after the last caution, so I was able to get a lap or two on them on tires, and it helped out.
Yeah, it really did, George. And I mean, nights like tonight, like we haven't got into the point situation here, but I believe you're sitting at the top or close to the top. How are you feeling about your point situation?
Pretty good. I'm definitely behind Jeff. He's killing us, and but it's good. I'm up there in Xfinity and up there in the Gen 6, so just keep putting together some good solid runs.
It's interesting for you to say that. Yeah, Jeff Ward unofficially has taken the lead over Jason Jackson. You're right there. Everybody within, 10 points or so, George. It's going to be a hell of a battle, isn't it?
Yeah. Like I said, just got to keep putting together good runs. Jeff's tough competition, so.
All right. Well, we look forward to. I'm not sure if we'll race next week on Boxing Day or not, but when we do, we look forward to seeing you, George. Congrats on this third place finish. We'll give you the mic, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Just want to give a shout out to Jeff, Bernie, Klaus, Jason Spear had a little unfortunate incident there at the end and ran out of gas, but good racing by everybody, and I really, really enjoy racing this league and the competition.
All right, Baron, that's the 51. George Leal, third place finisher here this evening.
Yeah, great third finish by George. An amazing run. He's keeping himself in the hunt tonight. But I talk about being in the hunt. The one and only Bernard Person with me is the second place finisher in that 8 machine. Bernie, man, all we were missing on your car was maybe a carrot nose and 2 eyes and some stick arms on your 8 machine.
Yeah, and some more fuel.
And a little bit more fuel. Yep. Great run tonight, Bernie. How'd it go for you?
Well, like, with the fuel, that first run, I was clutching it for the last 12 laps just so I can get into that, one stop window. And I was able to do that. I just barely made it into my pit stall. And even that last run, I started clutching it with 15 laps to go because I was going to be short. I just can't save fuel.
Well, it's a tough track, and you had a tough competitor chasing you down. How do you manage that fuel speed ratio? And Jeff Ward's breathing down your neck.
Yeah, well, he pitted I think 3 or 4 laps after I did, so he definitely had the fuel to finish. So I was in a no-win situation there.
Still, no win situation brings you home in second place. Who do you got to thank for your efforts tonight?
Well, obviously all my teammates, Darren, Adam, Jason, Randy. Of course, it's always a pleasure watching the best broadcast out there, Wind Tunnel TV. It's always fun going back and listening to everything and maybe seeing what everybody was doing or what I could have done differently.
So last question, Bernie, what do you got planned for the holidays this year?
Just being with family and, my kids, they're my pride and joy right there.
That is the number one thing to do, my friend. Congratulations on your second place. Happy holidays to you and yours, Bernie, and I can't wait to see you again. Maybe next year, right? Are we running on the 26th?
It could be next year.
I don't know, it's probably next year. But yeah, you guys have a happy Christmas and Happy New Year and all that fun stuff.
There'll be cocktails, I can promise you that, Bernie.
Yeah, no, I don't drink. I stick to the other stuff.
Well, then I'll do the drinking for you. Dean? Bernie finishing second with us tonight. Great to have him in the Wind Tunnel booth.
Absolutely, Bernie, a heck of a run on the pole. Started second, I believe, took the early lead, did all he could to hold off our race winner, the 89, Jeff Ward, back in victory lane. Congratulations, Jeff.
Thanks, Dean. It's Texas, man. Like I was saying after Xfinity race, I love this track, and we had to start pretty far back. Had a pretty terrible qualifying effort. Thought we had a good lap. We just them guys, I guess, were holding it almost wide open through 1 and 2, and I didn't do that. So we started way back there. Had a lot of work to do getting up through the field. Passing's tough in this car here. You get kind of draft locked and can't get away from some of the guys you're racing. So had our work cut out there. Was able to methodically get up through there. Got on a pretty good pit strategy where we come out with fresher tires, and then the Bernie there, he was tough. I think if he wasn't having to save fuel, we would have had a little better race, but he was low on that, and was able to just get out to a comfortable lead and get another win here. So it's awesome.
Yeah, well, you played it all right? You didn't overdo it early parts of the run. But what I want to talk about is some of those entries, in particular, into entry into one and the drive off from 2. We could see that you had a little knack for maybe staying a little higher, a little longer than some, and then having this great cut down and this great run. Tell us a little bit about your 1-2 combo there.
Yeah, once I was out in clean air, I was kind of able to run the line I like. But when you're back there behind somebody, the arrow pushes real in this thing. It's bad. You got to lift or you'll drive straight to the fence. So, yeah, you got to kind of change your lineup and go where they're not, just like you see in real life whenever they were running this car. And, yeah, so it's tricky, but we had a couple good lines down there in 1 or 2, and I feel like we did in the Xfinity car too. So maybe it's just a thing about this track and the way I was driving it. But yeah, felt good out there.
Yeah, it certainly did. Now, late in the race, you're catching Bernard Person, and we had Michael Fleming up there. Now, you were right there, and you were thinking for a minute. Fleming got underneath the Person. We thought, okay, he's going to follow him through, but Bernie closed that door. Tell us a little bit about that situation there.
Well, them side by side actually helped me gain on them. I think they were kind of slowing each other down a bit, and so at one point I didn't know if I was going to close it. It was like a 2.1 second gap, but I knew we had a little fresher tires, and if I could just be a little patient, we would get there eventually. Because it was a long run. It was like 50 something laps. So yeah, it paid off, that 3 lap tire difference, and yeah, thanks to the lapper, I guess, for racing Bernie so hard.
Well, Jeff, I don't think you need any help. You did a whale of a job. You put on a great late run performance, both runs, really. You come home with another victory. You grab the points lead. Can't wait to see the rest of the season, how this plays out. Congrats on this one, and we'll turn the mic over to you, brother.
Yeah, thanks to Todd and George, everybody running this series. Thanks to you guys for the broadcast, as always. Thanks to Lexington Brewing and Distilling, and give a shout out to Dad. He watched some of the race, and yep, that's the usual suspects. So that's about it.
All right, Bear, Jeff Ward in Victory Lane, and Papa Ward watching, maybe.
Love having Dad to join us on the broadcast, and thanks to everyone who watches us here at Wind Tunnel TV. Really appreciate it, especially those that choose to give us a little crap in the YouTube world.
Absolutely, absolutely. You make the world go around, all of our YouTube and Facebook watchers. We thank and you hope will come out each and every Thursday, 9:10 p.m. It's the East Coast Web Printers Gen 6 series here with RGR Racing. But for myself, Dean Doucette, for Mr. Bear and Labosco, that's going to wrap it up here from Texas, and we'll see you right here next time on Wind Tunnel TV.
Happy holidays.